All right, hey guys, welcome back to another Legendary Bond video. So today we're going to unbox and look at the cards for the new Legendary Bond expansion, No Time to Die, for the most recent film. Want to thank Upper Deck for sending me this to share with you guys. So today we're going to go over but we're going to unbox it, take a look at all the cards, and then in a couple days we're going to do a playthrough, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts of it. So let's just go ahead and open this thing up here with this knife. Okay. We've got 120 cards in here. Okay. And if you haven't looked at Legendary Bond, I've got a few videos on the channel. Check it out. I've said this multiple times, but aside from the Marvel stuff, the Bond stuff is my favorite. I mean, it mechanically is so great. So, okay. So let's take a look here. We've got our rules here. So let's see if there's any. We might just want to go over all the new stuff. So No Time to Die. Let's see. We have Safin as the Mastermind, No Time to Die villain group, Project Hercules scheme and its mission group, and then the Spectre Infiltrators of the henchman group. So we get a villain, we get a Mastermind, a villain, a scheme, a mission group, and a henchman. So we have infected with nanobots as a new keyword. You'll gain infected nanobot infection cards, which are special wounds that prevent you from playing heroes of a specific class. Interesting. We put them mixed in with the rest of the wounds, and each one is key to the one. There's two for each hero class. So it says, look at the when it says a player is infected with nanobots, and the game looks at the DNA of the player's heroes and gives them matching nanobot infections, it works like this. Look through the nanobot infection stack. Oh, actually, we're going to place them face up off to the mat next to the wound stack, so not mixed in with the wounds. They don't go in the wounds. I got that wrong. So if you're infected with nanobots, it says look through the nanobot stack and find a card that matches each different hero class among the heroes in your hand. Randomly gain one of those and put the rest back in the stack. So if you have two red heroes and a blue hero among your heroes in your hand, you take one red and one blue nanobot infection, and then you take one at random. If there are no cards left in the particular class, the nanobot infection, ignore that class when determining which nanobot infection you get. However, if there are no matching classes left, or you have only heroes with no class in your hand or player, shuffle one of each of the remaining nanobots and gain one at random. So you'll always get one. It's just there's a little bit of rules in case you don't have one that qualifies. And if a nanobot infection gets KO'd, put it back in the stack. So we can't just get rid of them. They'll go back and the potential to come back. So that's the infected with nanobots. We have Kidnap, so it's a special action that shuffles a hero card into the Mastermind tactics. When a Mastermind is fought, if you randomly reveal a kidnapped hero instead of a tactic, choose a friendly player to gain that hero. To win the game, you must fight the Mastermind enough times to defeat all 4 tactics. So you have to get all the tactics going regardless. So we have Threat. Some villains and missions have a Threat ability. This ability is threatening to happen each turn unless the player pays the listed costs. For example, Threat to attack at the end of your turn of your action phase. This moves 1 space. So during the action phase, you pay 2 attack to avoid the above threat. If you do, it will move back next turn. It will be back next turn, but if you don't, then it will move 1 space on assignment at the end of the action phase. If there are more than 1 threat abilities on assignment, at the end of your action phase, resolve them from left to right, and then threat is in red to make it easier to notice. We have Defeat James Bond. This scheme puts a scheme twist on assignment as an assassination. Special card. It pushes and gets pushed like other cards on assignment. However, it does not count as a villain or mission, so cards that affect those don't affect them. We have Risk It All. So Risk It All is a new hero keyword. If it has a Risk It All, it says while this hero is in play, once this turn you may KO the top card of your deck. If you do, you get the game text to Risk It All. So for example, this one here is Risk It All, you get +2 attack, which is actually super great early on because you're just going to get rid of stuff. So, okay, so if you have more than risk it all ability, then you activate them individually, you KO the top card of your deck. Special exception. If a risk it all would KO your special starter, discard your special starter instead. It's special. Okay. And here's a strategy tip. It's often a good idea to activate a risk it all ability even if you don't need its game text. Since you're starting out with 12 weak heroes, there's a chance that risk it all will KO an undesirable card. Of course, the more good cards you recruit, the more likely risk it all will KO one of them. Then again, you'll gain wounds, including nanobots, which you all can get rid of. So that's really nice. Double O status. So we have this expansion brings back Double O status from one of the old expansions, which means that if you fight the Mastermind or reveal a kidnapped hero instead of a tactic, you get the double O. Okay, so yeah. So this is like if you defeat at least one villain or fight a Mastermind, you get the double O status. But it says if you fight the Mastermind or reveal a kidnapped hero, you will still get your double O status. So you're still fighting the Mastermind. There's a special gadget called the Bionic Eye, which we'll look at. We have two-sided inevitable cards, and then wounding a Mastermind mission or villain. And that just minuses one attack or recruit on there if it's wounded. So we'll get into like specifics as we're playing the game, but let's look at the cards real quick. So let's get this out of here. All right, so let's take a look at how we want to spread this out. Okay. So I'm going to pause the video and kind of organize the cards, and then we can look at them all together. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the easier stuff first. So we've got the Bionic Eye, just a new gadget here. When you acquired this gadget, look through your deck and discard pile for it. When you acquire this gadget, look through your deck and you may discard a card from it, then shuffle your deck. So it's just kind of nice to maybe get rid of something you don't want, or maybe you can KO something in your discard pile. We've got two special, oh wait, it just says no time to die extra card. Okay, hold on. We have a special starter all the time in the world. Draw a card each time you KO a hero in your hand, deck, or discard pile. This turn you may gain it. Wait, each time you KO a hero in your hand, deck, or discard pile this turn you may gain it. Okay, so maybe that helps you get stuff back that you didn't want to lose, especially with a with that effect, the risk it all effect. We have a special card, time to go, extra card. This does not take up a space on assignment. It does not get pushed or moved by other card. When a James Bond hero. Oh, this is time. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, it's part of this. So it's part of this. Okay, we'll look at it in a minute. I got confused. It's part of the No Time to Die villain group. Okay, so you've got a special starter there. We've got our nanobots. Infection, so they all look like this. They're a special wound, and then while this is in your hand, you can't play black heroes or green heroes, and they all have different artwork. So there's the black one, the green one, the blue one, the yellow one, and the red one. So while we have those, we can't play those heroes, so that'll be a nice wrinkle in things. We've got our Mastermind here. I don't know how to say his first name, but Safin. He's 6 attack, 5 victory points. He always leads No Time to Die. And then Master Trick is kidnap the top card of the hero deck. If you reveal a hero, so when you fight, if you reveal a hero instead of a tactic, choose a friendly player to gain it. And then it says the players must still put all 4 of Safin's tactics into their victory pile in order to defeat him. And then escape. When a villain escapes, you're infected with nanobots. So we kind of want to keep those from escaping. Our first tactic here is my favorite garden. You and the player to your left are each infected with nanobots. Put those wounds on top of your deck. Ooh, that's rough. We have quite a mess you've made. Gain 2 wounds and you are infected with nanobots. We have memory box. Each player is infected with nanobots once for each Mastermind tactic they have, including this one. And then finally we have Safin's Revenge. The leftmost, kidnap the leftmost Dr. Madeline Swan in the Q branch. If Dr. Swan is not in the Q branch, kidnap the leftmost hero instead. So, still going to take a hero. So he's not particularly like strong, but he's like, you have a lot of things he's kidnapping. He's constantly infecting you and giving you wounds. So you're kind of like, your deck's kind of clogged up. His villain group, No Time to Die. We've got Primo. Ambush. This villain acquires a Bionic Eye from the gadget stack or victory pile. When you play your second black hero and on your turn, you may acquire a gadget from this villain. And then fight if this villain has any gadgets, acquire one of them instead of defeating him. Ooh. Okay, we have Logan Ash. Ambush, if there are 2 or more open spaces on assignment, play the top card of the villain deck, and then threat 2 at the end of your action, gain a wound. Oh, that's going to be rough. Safin's Gardens or Gardeners. Threat 2 at the end of your action phase, you're infected with nanobots. We have Spectre Agents. If Valdo, I don't know how to say that dude's name, but he's right there, has escaped or is in a victory pile, put him to the space to the villain's left. Otherwise, play the top card of the villain deck. We have Logan Ash. KO a hero from the Q drive on an ambush. Then his threat 2 at the end of your turn, gain a wound. We have Valdo, this guy here. Threat 1 at the end of your action phase, you're infected with nanobots. Man, this nanobot thing is rough. Another Primo, this is for deck A. Ambush when the villain, this villain acquires a bionic eye from the gadget stack or victory pile. And then when you play a black hero, you may acquire a gadget from the villain. Fight if he has any gadgets, acquire it instead of defeating him. So same as the other one. And then we have Spectre Assassins. Threat 2 at the end of your action phase, this moves 1 space. So it's kind of like, it has like a chase with the threat, basically. And then we have the time to go extra card. It says this card does not take up a space on assignment. It does not get pushed or moved or affected by anything. When a James Bond hero or special starter has been played, move this 1 space to the left. If it escapes, remove from the game and KO all assassination special cards. Where is that? When a James Bond hero or special star hero is played, move this card 1 space to the left. If it escapes, remove it from playing KO all assassination special cards. We'll have to figure out what those are. Okay. Okay. So there's the villain group. Let's look at our schemes. So we have defeat James Bond. 3 Scream twists, 1 in A, 1 in B, and 1 in C. Put this twist in the rightmost on assignment space as an assassination special card. Oh, so maybe that goes with this. Okay, that goes with this. Put the no time to die extra card on the same space as assassination card. Okay, so that goes with that. So basically it just sits out there, and then as stuff happens, we'll get to remove them. So if it escapes, evil wins. So on assignment space, as an assassination special card, it moves normally. If it escapes, evil wins. And then put the time to go extra card in the same space as the assassination card. Okay, interesting. So basically it comes in, and then we have to like play. Okay, so this is what happens. So the scheme comes in, the twist comes in, this comes in above it. It's going to move every turn, but we're going to want to play special starters and bond cards to move this forward to get this to leave before the assassination thing does. Okay, I got it now. I was confused, but we're back at it. Okay. We have Project Hercules. If I can pick this up. Project Hercules mission group, so we'll look at that in a minute. 5 twists, 1 through 3 infected by nanobots, 4 and 5 the player to your left. You and the player to your left are infected by nanobots. And evil, oh man, so we're just getting nanobot taken down by nanobots constantly. Okay, so we have I should have put this in order. We have our mission group here. So this is Project Hercules. We have a Tomb Trap. It's got 1 danger. Stationary. Is that a word? Oh, I think that's I don't know if that's a word from the original game. I'm assuming it doesn't move. But that might be a word from the original game. I can't remember. Threat 2 at the end of the action phase. You'll gain 2 wounds if fail this mission. Oh, man. So you got to kind of keep it at bay. Okay. You have Daughter of Spectre. You may discard a Dr. Madeline Swan hero from your hand to complete this mission instead of paying the recruit. Pick up a package. This mission gets minus attack equal to the victory point of the highest victory point villain in the active player's victory pile. So if we, what possibly can we get it to? There's 5. So 5. So we can get it down to -5, which wouldn't be bad. But it looks like mostly it'd be -3. Not an ideal situation. The mission has -4 while a James Bond hero is next to a Dr. Madeline Swan hero in the HQ. So that's can play with that, manipulate that. Interrogate Blofeld. This mission gets -4 while there's a wound in the active player's hand. Project Madeline and Madhild? I don't know. Threat 2 at the end of your action phase. This moves 1 space. So, and it has 3 danger. We have land gravity plane. 3 recruit, 3 attack. Oh, okay. So this is this mission cannot be or can't be completed while it's on assignment. When you gain a hero under the missions on the assignment space, complete this and slide it to the hero's Q branch space. It is now a black hero with 3 attack, 3 recruit, and 4 cost. So it's got flying and chase. So it's gonna come in on like the leftmost empty space, then move move. So you kind of got to be quick with it. So it can't be defeated in the thing, but when you gain a hero underneath it, you'll move it down and take it. Interesting. Okay, and then destroy the nanobot facility. Success, each player KOs all special wounds in their hand, deck, and discard pile, then shuffles their deck. Oh, that's nice. It gets rid of all of the, and it's 9, but it gets rid of all of the nanobot infections. So we have our inevitable card, which actually has 2 sides. So first buyer arrives, which is the first side of it. It enters on this side. Inevitable success. Instead of defeating this, move it to the rightmost space, the rightmost on assignment space, and turn it over. And if it gets out, evil wins. And then we're going to flip it. Missile strike. Inevitable. This mission can't be completed. Failure. All players are defeated. Put this card. Wait. But this put this card's fight. Wait. All players are defeated, but this card fights the Mastermind once for free. If it defeats the Mastermind, the players earn a minor victory. Huh. Interesting. So I think the strat is, right, it's inevitable. So instead of defeating this, move it to the rightmost assignment space and flip it over. So you basically kind of clean the city up or deal with the Mastermind, let it go to the last space, defeat it. It will flip, go back to the front, and then you've got another 5 turns. And if for some reason you can't defeat the Mastermind, if this pops off, you can fight the Mastermind for free, and then we can get a win. So that's interesting. That'll be fun. All right. We have our Spectre Infiltrators, and they look like the deck C stuff is 4 attack, the deck B stuff is 3 attack, and the deck A stuff is 2 attack. But Spectre Infiltrators, look at the top card of your deck, you may discard it. So you can kind of force out some of those bad special wounds. All right. So we have our 4 heroes here. We have Nomi, we have Madeline Swan, we have the vehicles from No Time to Die, allies from No Time to Die, and James Bond. So let's take a look at the vehicles here. So we've got, let's see, we've got our, and if you guys didn't know, so the Bond sets will do 2 colors for each hero. So we've got, oh, well, the allies have 3 colors. And she's got 3 colors. I thought they only did 2, but some of the, maybe just the Bond stuff. I don't remember. Okay. So we have a Bulletproof Glass from No Time to Die, the first common here. You can't gain wounds the rest of this turn. And then it says, play a green hero, choose a friendly player. They may KO a wound from the hero discard pile. I love things that let you get rid of wounds because you get a lot of wounds in this game. Headlight miniguns. 2 attack. You play a black hero, you can fight a henchman for free. If there are none, you get +1 instead. So that's awesome because you get to use it. You get to use it regardless, which is great. Those are the 2 commons. The uncommon is Smokescreen. Risk it all. You may move a villain or mission. I'm sorry. You may move a villain or mission on assignment to any space. If there's a card there, swap them. So that's nice. Maybe kind of pull back some stuff that's moving down the lane or deal with something that's got chase. And then the rare is Explosive Mines. Once this turn, you may attach this to an open space on assignment. At the start of each player's action phase of a villain or mission on the space, if there's a mission or villain on the space, it gets -4 recruit or attack this turn. Then you gain Explosive Mines back. So that's awesome. That's really awesome because then you can kind of set yourself up to make one of the things easier. Okay, let's take a look at our allies here. That's James Bond. Our first common's Paloma. 2 recruit, and then if you play a red hero, 2 attack. We have Q, 2 recruit, reveal top card of your deck if it's a black hero, draw it, otherwise you may discard it. We have Felix, risk it all, you get 3 attack and 3 recruit. And then to James, oh, this looks like a bad card. The rare 007, you gain when you gain this, remove from play instead of putting it into your discard pile. Your base hand size is 7 for the remainder of the game. I like this. That's a lot of fun. Just get 7 cards. That's awesome. I like that. Okay, let's take a look at Nami. This movie came out in 2021, I think, so it's been a while since I've seen it. Because I saw it in the theater. Professional Courtesy, 2 attack, 00 status. The next friendly player draws a card. If you're the only friendly player, draw an extra card in your new hand. That's awesome. Love that. Teamwork. 00 status, choose a friendly player to put a James Bond hero or special starter hero from their play area. Oh, excuse me. From their play area or discard pile on the bottom of their deck, so you kind of get it back. That's great. We don't have enough explosives. 3 attack, 00 status, choose a friendly player to make KO win from a hand discard pile. Again, that's great. And then finally, I'm taking you back to Mother. 4 attack, risk it all. Wound the leftmost villain or mission on assignment. And then 00 status, wound the mastermind until the next time it's fought. So you can take out a villain, wound the mastermind with the 00 status, and then fight the mastermind. All right, we've got Dr. Swan, Madeline Swan here. Is it Madeline? Madeline? I hope I'm saying that right. Protect her family. It's her first common. Blue, you get +1 attack and another 1 attack if there's a James Bond hero in your play area. I'll tell you all my secrets. 2 recruit. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw one and put the other one back, which you always gotta love those. I've already lost everyone. 3 recruit. If this hero was KO'd this turn, draw a card. Oh. If a hero was KO'd this turn, draw a card. Okay. And then I'll be just a minute. Is there a rare? Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal 2 blue cards. Put them on the bottom of your deck. Then shuffle the rest. Wait, okay, sorry. I got confused. Reveal cards from the top of the hero deck until you reveal 2 blue heroes. Put them on the bottom of your deck, and then shuffle the rest of the rest into the hero deck. So you get 2 blue cards for free. That's awesome. Especially if you like we do Nomi and her and James Bond. Does anybody else got blue? No. But basically we just do that and we'll get a lot of her cards for free. So that's awesome. Okay, we got James Bond now. Mr. Daniel Craig himself. All right, we've got Hunt the Hunters. 4 cost, 1 attack, risk it all, you get +2. Pretty straightforward, especially early game. It's really great. Crash the Party. Risk it all. Wound the leftmost villain or mission on assignment, which is awesome because it only costs 1. So it's like, just get rid of stuff for free and then we can like make things easier. We have How Did They Know? 4 attack. When you gain this hero, gain 2 wounds. So it kind of reminds me of the Hulk card from the base legendary set because it's 4 attack and 5 cost, and you gain a wound. And I think every player gains a wound. And then it says I know, which this is right when he dies. Spoilers. 9 cost, 6 attack. Once this turn, you may sacrifice yourself. If you do, fight the mastermind for free. Set danger level to 0. And if the inevitable card is on assignment, move it to the right space on assignment. So you can sacrifice yourself to do all this stuff. However, in solo, that's probably not the most efficient thing to do. Although, does this have something about it in the rules if you're solo, if this happens? Okay, if you choose to sacrifice yourself, fight the mastermind once for free, set the danger level to 0, move the noble card to the rightmost space, then you are defeated and out of the game. If the mastermind is not yet defeated, the game continues with any remaining players. If there are none, evil wins. If the mastermind is defeated, the game ends. If there are other players left, you share the victory. If you're the last one left, the players only earn a minor victory since the mastermind was defeated, but all players perished. So it works similarly to the missile on the inevitable card. If you take out the mastermind with the last thing, then it's a minor victory, but you still win. So that's an option. Anywho, that's going to be the overview of it. Thank you. I want to thank Upper Deck again for sending me this, and I'm excited to share a playthrough with you guys. here in the next day or so. So I'm going to kind of get this sleeved up and get a couple plays in to kind of get a feel for how the set works. And I'll see you guys in a couple days with some more Bond. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.